Before I start this video, let me say already, let me get the complaints out the way. I'm thirsty and it's hot. I'm thinking about where this topic of this video is stemming from. I was talking to somebody. This was actually a while ago. I was talking to somebody that started up a business, right? And one of the things that they had expressed, which I'm sure a lot of you out there who are entrepreneurs can relate to, is that they didn't get the support that they expected from family. And you could tell that they were really bothered by this. One of the things that I had advised them of, I was advising them to keep pushing on with or without the support. With as little to no support, keep on pushing on with your goals. Because even if you had every family member buy an item or 2 items or 3 items or 100 items from you, what are you going to do the next month? Are you just going to keep selling the family? How are you going to push your goals on up ahead? So the point of me talking to them and telling them this, trying to let them know what they were in for, the long haul of it, how you set your expectations up. And the fact of the matter is, and it's not just with my family, and this is not extending to every family member. What I'm saying is this is not a unique situation from the way that I'm relaying it. It's often the sentiment of a lot of people. I want to go back to this with them buying 1 or 10 or 100 items. If you don't sell anything the next month, what happens? You got family members sitting up there with 100 items, right? How's that profit or further your thing along? I'm going over here to get ready to sit down on this bench. Like I said, it's hot. And I want to focus on with these supports, with the lack of or support or little to no support. All right, I think I'm situated here now. I think I know one of the reasons why I've been able to push on as much as I have with whatever I've had going on in the background, both good and bad, is because I'm stubborn. I know that my goals don't involve anybody else. It's what I have a passion for to complete and do, and I'm going to see it through, for better or worse. I'm going to see it through because it's on me. I know what I'm trying to do is healthy. Another thing I want to touch on that's going to be up under the umbrella of this same subject. I know some of you may say, man, you don't understand. You don't know what person or what family member said what discouraging remark to me. And man, it really wanted to put me at halt. I really felt this way. You wouldn't believe the person that said this. I'm going to say, it's going to be one of the first times I'm saying this on this channel. If I told you who and what comments were said to me, it would leave you scratching your head, or perhaps you would be able to see on just how much I'm able to relate to you. Because just to give a testament to this, I was at a friend's gathering where they were holding something because they were promoting something that another family member was selling, and I was talking to one of the guests out, which I know pretty well, and I was talking to him, and I forgot how we got on the subject. Anyways, I had shared a sentiment that a person that is supposedly really close to me had given feedback on, and it was in regards to marriage. And the person was like, "What? They said that? This person? Man, it's a wonder that, XYZ didn't transpire. You don't know how this person, by them saying that, because they found, you could tell they were really offended by the comment, not the comment that I said, the advice that I had gotten in regards to this subject. They were like, man, you don't know how they set you on a path for XYZ. And I'm purposely leaving out the person and the example because it's not important. But what is important is, and it's under everything that I'm talking about with this video, on why you have to keep pushing on, doing what you're doing to see it through and support you the best way that you know how to support you, is because, man, if I had listened to the people, and then especially the people that were supposed to be in my corner, You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of y'all seen Bloodsport with Van Damme? Some of them may be over you young whippersnapper's head. At the end of the movie, I'm gonna spoil this for you. At the end of the movie, when he was blinded by the opponent, Bolo, he literally blinded by the opponent. He did a series of whirlwind kicks, snatched that belt up off his knee, won that bout. That's how I feel sometimes. In some of these situations, if you knew me, perhaps there were some whirlwind kicks thrown. I put that whole thing on and about because some of these situations, I'm getting agitated talking on a lot of this. I hope y'all can appreciate me bringing this content to you because a lot of it having to relive some of these experiences from some of these things. And like I said, I really clean up these videos. I really strip them down to the most general components. And like I said, leave people's names and titles up out of things because I'm not trying to bring hate to them and I'm not trying to tear down on this channel. The purpose of me even going this in depth of saying what I'm saying to you is if you're watching this video, oh yeah, believe me, I can relate. I can relate. Some of the craziest comments. And like I said, I tone them down. Or I'd have to switch the whole tone of this channel up if I was putting people on blast like how they should be put on blast. But that's not what we're doing here. And what we're talking about is, and the whole purpose of me making this video, be stubborn. Be stubborn on you. Keep pushing on. See, it was a purpose of me bringing up that Bloodsport movie about Van Damme being blinded by that dust or whatever it was that Bolo threw in his eyes. A lot of the times, that's what people expect to do. And that's what I've come up against. A person throwing dust in my eyes only for me to turn around and whirlwind kick them to the mat. I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying on how I overcame those obstacles to meet my goals. I'm going to do another video that's going to elaborate on wins and losses, on why you should care or not care about that in the near future. So stay tuned. But back to the topic of this video. We've been on the topic of this video. I'm just going on a journey down memory lane on some of these experiences, which I'm being agitated greatly of talking about this. So hope you can appreciate this with this video. Like I was saying, for lack of support or not support, and if you've been following this channel, you all know that I've admitted this back in the past. Which I appreciate the positive comments. I appreciate the encouragement that I've received along in my life. So it's not meant to say like I've not received any encouragement. But I will say this, that the encouragement and where I found my strength in and relating to people with interpersonal communication has come from people that I've least expected it. So that should speak volumes up on that. People that I least expected it. Could have been younger, could have been older, could have been outside the circle, whatever the case may be. You chalk it up, use your imagination. But I've said this, getting back to what I've said earlier in some of those older videos. What's really caused me to push on with that stubbornness, you're not stopping nothing. You're not stopping nothing. No matter how negative you are, and you saying that, think about it this way. The people who told me that I couldn't and gave like these sideways comments, these were people that supposedly had all the answers. And you know how I'm looking at you? Like with that comment, which I done probably referred back to about 5 or 6 times on this channel. When I was publishing that book, the person that made this comment, since I got closer to my goals, since you coming closer to accomplishing, I'm not closer to accomplishing your goal. I'm giving you the inside thought of how I was thinking when the person was saying. When they were saying, oh, since everybody's writing books, guess I should write a book. The person that said that, I'm going to focus on, since you got all the answers, these people got all the answers, and you're doing nothing with it. You're doing nothing with all the answers that you have. This is what propels me forward. I'm going to take the same knowledge or lack of from your standpoint, let you tell it, since everybody's just beneath you and up underneath you, nobody knows as much as you do. I'm going to go further with this goal, despite you having all the answers. So what does it say about you? How about at the end of this journey, we compare our answers on the answer sheet and we'll see how far who got. But that's a no consequence to me because like I said, I got a video coming up to let you know that doesn't even matter. I'm just touching on it. Since people like to break things down to minuscule, I'm going to say down to minuscule The other word that I'm looking for, tired, I'm exhausted, y'all. It's my second lap on this walk. And it's supposed to be a Sunday. I'm supposed to be relaxing. Uh, you know what? For a lack of a better word, it's a word that starts with the letter M. It doesn't mean anything. Maybe it is minuscule that I want. It means nothing. It means nothing. This win-loss attitude that you have chalked up in your head, it's nothing. It's a battle that you're fighting, and I ain't doing it with you. But what I'm telling you is, it doesn't sound like I'm contradicting on what I'm talking about with that next video that's coming up, and I'm gonna tell you why this should or shouldn't matter, is I'm using every little bit, both good and bad, to propel on ahead to do my goals. Because on some of the stuff you can't do but help but hear. So that's the reason why I talk about and being careful on welcoming who and what into your circle and on your goals for you to get all this type of this stuff. Some of the stuff is going to be unwarranted. Some of the stuff you can't help. But what I'm letting you know at the end of the day, my recipe for success and the things that I've done is not caring about what you think, whether you know what you're talking about or you don't. I don't need a middleman to accomplish my goals. I just released a short, or maybe I will release a short in a day or two on that. I think I spoke prematurely on that. So back to that person that I was talking to. It don't matter whether your family supports you or don't. You got people out there that don't even have families that propel and push on ahead. You think they care about what somebody say? And a lot of the time, when I'm thinking about these people anyway, you're fronting anyways, acting like you got all the answers, but you ain't doing nothing with it. So why should I listen to you? I'm done with this video. I'm agitated, voice is heightened. Like I said, I hope you can appreciate me digging in this well of some of these traumatic experiences, like I said, that would churn your stomach if I was to truly share names, people, and titles up on who's said and done some of these things, and know that you can do it. I done did it. Done work with a lot less, and it's a whole lot more other people out there who work with even a whole lot less than I have, and they're accomplishing and doing it. So you can do it. End the video.